Listen, some big news. Some big news just happened in Broncos country. Jarrett Stidham has been named the starter. Russell Wilson has been benched. How do I feel? The Mad Fanatic, first and foremost, I'm going to support any quarterback that steps on that field. But if we're going to be honest, I love the decision. And I know there's people that's like, come on, man, it's not Russ's fault. We're not doing great. But Russ been, if you really watch the tape, Russ been making a lot of mistakes. When we need him to make a play, he ain't been making a lot of plays. There's been a lot of times he's running from pressure that ain't there. We're blaming the O-line, but he running for no reason. There's a guy open right there. There's a touchdown there. Houston, Texas game, perfect example. There's 2 touchdowns he just left on the field. There's, times we went for it on 4th down. Trusted him. He don't see wide open receivers. We can't do it no more. We can't do it. We're in this position, in my opinion, because we waited too long to make the switch from Russell Wilson. I'd have been fine switching from Russell Wilson to Jarrett Stidham week 3. I was already like, yo, I seen enough. But I wasn't going to say that publicly because I'm going to support whoever they put out there. It's not my job to make those decisions. It's my job as a fan to support the players on the field. But now that my guy, Jarrett Stidham, is getting the nod, oh, I'm happy. And you can check the archives. This guy right here believes in Jarrett Stidham. I scouted Jarrett Stidham coming out the draft. I wanted to draft him instead of Drew Lock. Everybody thinks, Drew Lock, dog, that's my quarterback. Yeah, because he was my actual quarterback, and he did show me something. And I did believe he could be that guy. He had that swag like a starting quarterback, but he turned out to be more Jay Cutler than who I hoped he'd be. But Jarrett Stidham, I thought, man, this dude is the most accurate quarterback coming out of college. I've seen him against SEC competition at Auburn and, doing this thing against Alabama, having great success against Nick Saban defense. I'm like, this dude shows me a lot of inconsistency, especially with his footwork, but he has the tools to become great. Give him some time. And where he was going to go in the draft, I'm like, he's going to have time to develop. Give him 4 or 5 years, he's going to be one of them dudes. And I was so like, I'm getting good at scouting because I was reading Bill Belichick's father's book about scouting at the time. I was really interested in scouting. And I wrote a scouting report. And when I saw that Bill Belichick drafted him, I was like, see, I know what I'm talking about. Because Bill Belichick know what he's talking about. Anyway, seen him play really good last year against the Raiders. And, I went to the preseason game against the Rams this year. We lit them up 50-0. And Jarrett Stidham looked flawless. Him and Lil Jordan Humphrey had a crazy connection. And I'm like, I really rock with this dude. But I didn't want to say it publicly. I didn't want to say, man, I'd be fine if we let Russ be the backup. Because, then we got one of the best backups in the league. But let's find out what we have in Jarrett Stidham. Because I'm not the guy to not support who's on the field. You understand? But now that Jarrett Stidham is on the field, I'm going to keep it all the way real. I love the decision. I love the move. I wish it came sooner, but I'm glad it came now and not a minute later because I feel much better about our chances to beat the Raiders and the Chargers. And by the way, we still have a chance to make the playoffs. But even if we don't make the playoffs, y'all don't get it twisted. I want to beat the Raiders and I want to beat the Chargers. Why? Because they're division rivals. We haven't beat the Raiders in a million years. I definitely want to beat the Raiders. I'm still going to Vegas. I'm still turning up. I'm still getting hype. I'm still throwing a concert and a pep rally. You should still get your tickets. And whether we're going to the playoffs or not, we're going to finish this season with a bang. But hopefully we're finishing this season and starting a brand new season, a playoff season. And I like my chances in the playoffs with Jarrett Stidham and Russell Wilson as a quality backup. Russ is not garbage. He made some plays. Shout out to him. I thank him for the wins he helped us get. But I want to see what we have in Jarrett Stidham. I truly do. And maybe we can trade Russ. Maybe somebody will take some of that bread, right? Maybe we can get some more weapons next year. But this year, we got a great backup in Russ, and I'm excited to see Jarrett Stidham. What do you think?